What are all the thunderstorm types? How are they classified? What do they produce? Those questions will be answered in this video. The first type of thunderstorm is the single-celled storm. These storms can produce light to heavy rain, could produce okay lightning, also always very unorganized in most scenarios, and is the shortest in duration at 20 to 60 minutes at tops. Can rarely produce small hail as well. For what single-celled thunderstorms look like, they are usually presented like so, where the updraft base is the flat base, which is usually darker than most of the other clouds in the sky, and under that updraft base is the moderate to potentially heavy rain. And the way that the updraft base is pointing is usually the direction the storm is moving, as presented in the picture. The next type of thunderstorm is the multi-cell thunderstorm. These storms can produce moderate to okay lightning, can produce small to moderately sized hail, generally unorganized, although can be organized in a wind-sheared environment, usually only lasting an hour to maybe 2 hours, can also produce blinding rain. Multi-cell thunderstorms are usually presented up close, similar to the picture given. The updraft base, or shelf cloud, is usually the slightly lowering base, which can be slanted looking from a distance or at a certain angle, and is usually pointing the direction of storm motion. The heavy rain or hail is presented where it is in the picture under the updraft base, and the storm motion is given as well. The next type of thunderstorm is the squall line. These storms can produce moderate to intense lightning, can produce small to large hail, can also produce moderate to very heavy rain, generally organized in most scenarios. They can be the most long in duration of all the storms too, lasting for potentially hours and hours. Squall lines are the next type of thunderstorm, and this is the way they are usually presented up close or approaching. They are usually presented as a very long black or darkened cloud base that is rapidly moving towards you. This is also known as the shelf cloud, and is usually pointing the storm motion or direction the storm is moving. And where it gets slightly lighter but can also be dark is where all the heavy rain and hail is. The next thunderstorm type is the UCSL, standing for Unicellular Convective Squall Line. UCSLs can produce okay to very intense lightning, usually very well organized in any environment with a south-southwest to north-northeast storm motion atmosphere. Often produce very heavy rain, can produce small to very large hail. UCSLs last for at least an hour in duration and cover at least 40 miles generally. UCSLs are usually presented like so. They can be small thunderstorms, they can be much larger thunderstorms depending on the location and atmospheric ingredients. They can have shelf clouds. They usually have a very nice broad updraft base that is pointed the direction of the storm that is moving. Usually the updraft base is that dark cloud base that is somewhat flat that stretches across and in front of all the heavy rain and hail. And the shelf cloud is usually attached and under the updraft base preceding or coming with the heavy rain and hail. The final type of thunderstorm is the supercell. Supercells can produce small to very large hail, can produce heavy rain. Supercells are the most well-organized of all type of thunderstorms. Supercells can produce tornadoes, but they only do 30% of the scenarios. They can also produce very intense lightning. Supercells are the final type of thunderstorm in this picture. Supercells, the updraft base is generally the flat, pretty dark cloud base presented in the picture that stretches a good portion of the sky in this case, and under that updraft base is where the area where the tornado would be produced at the leading edge of the shelf cloud or wall cloud presented in the spot where it says where the tornado would be. And to the right of that, in the background, is where the heavy rain and hail would be. And the updraft base of this will most of the time decide where the where the storm is moving. It is usually presented like so in the picture, where the updraft base is pointing to the right. That is where the storm would be moving, and are usually long in duration, lasting for hours. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm trying new things with making YouTube videos. I'm trying to do my best, trying to get my info out there, and that's that. I will see you guys in the next video.